last night, the blue carpet premiere of the new Cowboys Netflix special. And it's quite fascinating how once again now, Jerry Jones has found a way to spin this drama with Micah Parsons, this dysfunction with Micah Parsons, into somehow an alluring drama, like this is a primetime TV show or some kind of reality show. Last night on that blue carpet at that premiere out in California, by the way, Micah Parsons was in attendance for that premiere, which to me is a whole nother side of this thing that we'll get into in a second. But I want to stick with Jerry here. His comments last night, Michael Irvin was there, Emmitt Smith was there, obviously Dak was there. It was a who's who of Cowboys history. And Jerry mentions, which I think is a quote in the documentary, that the Cowboys are a soap opera 365 days a year. And I'm paraphrasing, but at some point he talks about the fact that they will create buzz if none is there. And that's a whole part of the package. Now, that's exciting, right? And for idiots like me, it is so perfect that someone like me, who for so long was attracted to members of the opposite sex for all the wrong reasons, right? I found myself in dysfunctional relationship after dysfunctional relationship, right? Now I find myself in a wonderful relationship that still has that zazazoo, as they say on Sex and the City. So I feel like I got it all, right? But for a long while, I was attracted to maybe projects, exciting projects, people with problems, bright, shiny objects, right? With no real depth, okay, and no real chance of crossing the finish line, right, and winning life's ultimate Super Bowl with a partner, because these things were exciting and fascinating to me, right? A mystery, a great mystery. The Cowboys are that great mystery. They are that dysfunctional partner that you can't take your eyes off of. And you're always thinking, man, maybe we can make it work. There's got to be a way that we can make it work. Because when I look on paper and I see the production, numbers wise, financially for the Cowboys, right? Or maybe measurables for a member of the opposite sex, or their career or their personality or whatever, I got to make this work. Look, dude, until you change, right? Until the Cowboys change, till their focus is on being a well-rounded organization that is focused on the right things, not focused on creating drama and being a soap opera, then we'll be able to talk about the Cowboys as legitimate Super Bowl contenders. For now, we get to talk about how awesome this documentary is going to be. And it is going to be awesome. And I can't wait to watch it. That Cowboys dynasty was very important to people like me. It was right in the prime time of my life. It was important for the NFL. It brought the Cowboys back, right? America's team was once again America's team. And that was very good for business, good for the NFL, good for fans like me. I'm a super fan of the Eagles. So the Cowboys wearing the black hat, being the bad guy, even got me more interested. I mean, there was a time where I hated the Cowboys so much. I'll tell you a story about myself, and I'm not proud of this. When I was in college, I was a diehard Eagles fan. Obviously, like I said, I was a football player at the University of Richmond, so I was a musclehead. I was also an alcoholic. I've been sober for a long time now, so I'm not proud of some of the things I did. We were at a party once in Conshohocken, kind of a suburb of Philadelphia. I was home for Christmas break. I had a friend, Matt Rosado, who was a complete pretender as a Cowboys fan. The following day, after this party in Conshohocken, where we were getting drunk and God knows what else, the Eagles were playing the Cowboys in a playoff game. Matt Rosado had a Nick cap, was over here a little bit ago, but one of those knit caps you'd put on. And I can remember getting Rosado's knit. It was a Cowboys hat, right? He was a big Cowboys fan. It was left on the deck. I took it, threw it down, and urinated on this guy's hat. And didn't tell him, okay? Like, not something I'm proud of doing, but that's a window into the vicious intensity I had of hating the Cowboys, right? Because they were so good. I don't have that hate anymore. I mean, I talk to you guys all the time about the fact that, like, I'm like, hey, the Cowboys, like, I respect them. They're cool. They're neat. I like watching them at 4:00. It is like a drama, but it's not dangerous. Jerry Jones, when are you going to be dangerous again? So, and the last thing I'll say about the Cowboys before I want to get a quick note in about Shadur Sanders before we bring Auburn great Will Herring in, is that Micah Parsons was at this blue carpet premiere. Like, dude, what are you doing? Are you holding out or are you not? Like, if you're really holding out, if you really want to trade, then stay away from all the shiny, glamorous things that the Cowboys bring. Because it's very clear that, once again, you're being seduced by the star, by America's team, by Jerry Jones, by the glitz and the glamour. It's okay, Micah, for idiots like me to get seduced by this because I don't have any skin in the game. You're trying to get paid. You're trying to make a statement. And it's clear that you're nowhere near leaving the Cowboys. Your presence at that event last night says to me everything I need to know about your negotiation and whether or not you're going to be a Cowboy on September 4th when they play the Eagles. You will be. And I don't even know how good your deal's going to be, dude, because that, let me move down here. I kind of screwed my camera up. That was a negotiating mistake that you made. So Micah Parsons being there is hilarious to me. And that's exactly what the Cowboys are all about.